chopper in the car. Send my squadron to get it. You head home, we go to Brooklyn and barging in with it. I'm in showroom with the chopper like a Harley exhibit. Wait.
I knew we was in different ballparks. We taught to slide in a second with no plate. A show off? That sound like a nigga easy to locate. And ARP. Close this shit. Close this shit.
Purchase your ticket to be in the building or catch it live on pay-per-view stream.
Oh, Mike slapped me when I seen him.
What up? It's your boy ARP. Reed Entertainment is the movement. Back with another quick sit down with y'all. I promised y'all a couple blogs. I'm trying to knock them out, doing my best. Hope that y'all just saw that trailer in the beginning. It's closure for multiple reasons. It's closure because it's a battle that we booked already, and we want to, close that out. We want to get that one done. I've always liked that matchup. Old Red versus Active. They both talk that talk. They both got certain type of backgrounds. They both rep certain type of things, and at a creative level, when you bring that to 3 rounds of rapping, I'm pretty sure there's some spins that they can work into that type of battle and that type of matchup. And then, of course, when it didn't happen a couple months ago, there was a lot of anger behind it. You know what I'm saying? Active has some interviews, some things on his chest about it. And it's always dope to have situations that have any tension behind them or storylines behind them, and we put business around it, and we bring closure to these scenarios in the form of rapping. If either one of these guys still have anything on their chest, they can get it off November 19th. It's going down. Go to redbreedent.com, get your tickets. Live pay-per-view is also available. You can go to rapgrid.com directly for that, or you can get it from redbreedent.com. But get your tickets to be in the building if you're in the Atlanta area or coming into the Atlanta area for November 19th. This card is dope, and keep your eye on the channel because we got more releases from this card coming ASAP. Got y'all more trailers. But now let's get to the topic at hand. Of course, I was thinking about this topic once again because I'm seeing some of the conspiracy theories or some of the comments going around based on, the Reed Dollaz versus Remedy Loco battle not happening yesterday on Blood, Sweat, and Tears 7. Now, unfortunately, in this culture, there's been so many instances of bad business and interference and blocked battles, etc., etc. It's been happening for years. We all know about it. There is no hiding from it. There's a lot of evidence behind it. Some people choose to ignore it. Some people choose to just stay out the way and be quiet about it. But it's extremely well known throughout the culture. And at any given time, if I wanted to unleash all types of evidence behind it, I could. Y'all know me. I keep my files. I keep my records because, unfortunately, my skin has been developed in a way where I just can't trust the business of battle rap. And I've been like that probably since 2014.
Because there was some other battle rap niggas that Smack was paying them not to be on the card.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Y'all are sabotaging his events, having battlers back out. Let's be real. You know y'all doing it. Y'all know y'all doing it. Come on. You've been doing it for years now.
If you have a history of doing that type of stuff to people and then legally you claim somebody to do it to you, it's one of the most cowardly things I've ever seen in my lifetime.
As far as this battle in particular that didn't happen yesterday, I'm pretty confident that if RBE has blocked battles or interference, it has to be done in a sneaky way at this point. We can't have outstanding contracts with artists and then you just turn around and see them pop up where we tend to see that and these situations happen like they did once upon a time, because that energy has changed. And there's examples of that might have went over some of y'all heads. It's actually a threat to play those type of blatant games with us in any form where we can find out or still hold liability or accountability. So you cannot pop up on another league if you have an outstanding or on-running contract with RBE anymore. And it's kind of sad that it took us having 2 teams of lawyers finally standing next to us to prevent these type of things. But here's an example of that, in my opinion. of where you're seeing some of those changes. When you see these statements come out or these posts that come out that says, you know, Battler XYZ has signed whatever type of contract or deal with whatever type of company, and then you see something else that gets appended to that saying all prior existing contracts will be honored. That is because of RBE. That is the fear of they're not playing that game anymore. It'll go right to their lawyers. And once again, it's unfortunate that that's what it took to prevent some of these situations, but that's where we are now. That's where we've been pushed. That's the corner that we've been pushed in, right? So that can't happen like that anymore. For example, Old Red and Active is kind of tied to a statement like that, in my opinion. Or do I need to say allegedly? Okay, allegedly, right? The battle has to happen before anything else can happen. We've created that fear now, finally, and this is what it took to get there. So don't let statements like that go over your head of all previous battles or contracts that exist will be honored. They have to be honored. Once upon a time, it was never like that. Once upon a time, it's like, oh, just fuck them. Like, just cancel that shit or give back this deposit or whatever and just come do our shit. Now it's just like, no. Go do that shit. Did you listen to O Red on the Norbs It All podcast? What he was saying about conversations that he had with other companies? Is some of this stuff going over your head?
And on top of that, I done called myself bad with URL because they going, like I said, they going through a legal dispute with RBE and all that. So they didn't want to do business with me until I got this battle finished. They said that to me a week and a half ago.
Just put the pieces together. O Red statements that he's saying about conversations that he had with other companies, and then these statements that come out about like, oh, this type of deal has been signed, but this is still going to happen. Tie it together. Don't let this stuff go over your head. Things have to happen a certain way now. So the reason why I encourage all leagues to seek legal representation, I'm not saying spend all this money to keep your lawyer retained up all year round when you got nothing going on. I'm not saying you have to do that. I know some people can't afford that or just don't feel like that's a entrepreneur or business expense that they want to maintain during the year. I understand. I totally get it. But at the same time, if you ever feel the threat of your business going through these type of situations, people need to seek legal representation or legal counsel. It's such a bad perception that we have within business and within our community and within our culture that it's not obtainable. It doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. You can hire a lawyer to review a contract for maybe a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? Like the type of money that you can spend for legal representation, even if it's just to say, hey, I got this situation going on with somebody missed a battle. Can you advise me on this? Here's all the artifacts that I possess. This isn't thousands of dollars to do. You know, and like I mentioned before, there's legal representation that's starting to come into battle rap, and there's people in this culture that can refer you to these lawyers because there's a lot of potential clients that are here. So don't fear lawyering up or grabbing a lawyer or seeking counsel or paying a couple $100 to ask, because y'all are all balling anyway, right? So don't be scared to ask these lawyers some questions or hire people for any of these situations where you feel like you might be getting bullied, you might be getting interfered with, or somebody might be putting their hand in your pocket. We're signing all these contracts. Everybody uses the word business. Everybody wants to sign a contract. The call came in, I signed a contract and all that. So these are all legal pieces of business. But then when it's time to actually execute legalities, nobody will ever go anywhere close to it. And that to me is a contradiction. And that's actually used against us within our culture and within our communities. It's used against us. People know, like, I can have this stupid ass contract and you ain't gonna do shit about it. If you sign this or whatever, or if I threaten you because I'm big or because you think I have more money than you, you ain't gonna play with me. When all it takes is a phone call to, there's even small lawyers that do shit pro bono. Like, that's all it takes is a phone call to a lawyer to help yourself out and to feel like you're not being bullied is well worth it. And for the last piece about people recently signing, and it just seems to be newsworthy because it feels like, yo, where's all this coming from, right? So people make it a topic. I want to say salute to any battler, any artist, even outside of battle rap. If you feel like you're signing or you're embarking on some type of business deal that you feel benefits you, I've even put out a blog recently. I think is either 3 or 4 key things you want to have in any type of contract or deal that has restrictions towards the type of opportunities that you can have after that deal is signed or is exclusive. Go watch that blog. And if you want to sign on any type of deal in battle rap, outside of battle rap, I think if it's long term, you should really, really think about having those 4 items in your contract. And if you have those things, sign with anybody if you feel like it's a good opportunity. But my thoughts overall on the recent rush, air quotes, allegedly, is it's just another one of those things that you have to look through, right? You have to look past a phone call that you get that sounds good. You have to ask yourself, where's the rush coming from sometimes? In my humble opinion, I think it's a panic. I want to advise everybody to just be careful, because when there's motivations to sign you that are well outside of your talent, when it has nothing to do with your talent, it's really, I need to sign you because of this other stuff that's happening or going on. That's not good for you as an artist. So you have to be careful. And I'm talking about across any genres of entertainment where we are signing contracts. Appreciate everybody's continued support. Just keep your eyes open and don't be scared to do the right thing.